Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kat's Kitchen and I'm Kathleen, and today we're going to work on some meal planning. I've been trying to put this off for probably about a week because I've been so busy here lately. I'm even behind on recording my videos. My daughter had a lot of testing this week. She's getting tested for autism. She's going into speech. She has developmental delays. So it's been a long week of trying to do that and trying to cook and do meal planning. So a lot of it's been put off. So I need to get started on that tonight so I can order groceries for tomorrow and go food shopping because we are out of groceries. I do have some ideas of what I wanted to cook. When we cleaned out the freezer, I saw that we had liver. I've never had liver. I don't think my husband's ever had liver, and we have a decent amount of it since we got half a cow. So I'm going to try to cook that this week. So I'm going to put that, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter what day I put it since I never follow it. So let's do liver and onions. Save. Let's see, I don't know what goes good with that. I never had liver and onions. Maybe garlic bread. I've always wanted to try liver because it's supposed to be like the most nutritional part of the cow. But I've heard horror stories about how terrible it is, and I need to just like bite the bullet and try it to see if I like it myself because we have so much of it. Okay, garlic bread. I guess I can do like a gravy and put it over rice or potatoes. Let's do rice. Rice is cheaper. Okay, so that's one meal down. Let's see. I also have a lot of the ingredients for tikka masala. I have some more yogurt in there. Let's see. I have all the spices, and my husband really, really loved it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. The same thing as I did earlier in my other videos. I'll tag it at the end of this video. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. Tikka masala. And then we'll do more naan bread here. That chickpea stuff. My husband loved that chickpea stuff. So this time I will double the recipe. Oh, and the yellow rice. So that's 2 recipes down, or 2 days worth. I also wanted to do subs. I have been craving a very good sub. Only thing we really have around here is Subway, and that's 30 minutes away, and Subway's not what they used to be. So I want to try to make a good sub. Let's see, what can we eat with that? I guess we can have chips. I'll get some good chips. Nope. I want that all day. Alright. This meal planning should go fairly quickly because I kind of already know what I want. And since I cleaned out all my freezers, I know what I have that I need to use up. Versus usually I'm sitting here like trying to remember what I have and trying to plan off of that. Let's see. I kind of want like potato salad or macaroni salad. My husband doesn't like macaroni salad. I don't know why. I guess it's one of his weird quirks. Let's look at Walmart and see what Walmart has under their salads. Maybe it can give me some ideas. Of course, Walmart doesn't go sideways. Let's see. Cold salad? I don't know. My mind just went blank. It's gonna pull up. Okay, here we go. Ooh, they have pasta salad. My husband doesn't really like that type of pastas. He doesn't like Italian dressing. I know he's weird. Plus it's sold out. That's sold out. Deviled egg potato salad. Chicken salad, macaroni salad, Caesar salad. Oh, I think he likes those suddenly salads because I think I got him one time. Jeez, everything is sold out. Why is everything sold out? Okay, so we'll put that in there. Oh, I forgot to put my other ingredients in here. So let's put onions. I need more onions. I'm just gonna add this as I remember. I need. So we have liver and onions. I think I'm gonna do type of garlic bread. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make my own or not, or buy like the Texas toast. I'll add it to my cart, see how I feel. Some days, bread is a love-hate. I have a love-hate relationship with bread. Some days I love making it. Other days, it's a chore. Because it's not one of those things I can cook in an hour or two, it's ready to go. It takes almost all day. So I have to really plan ahead in advance. And a lot of times when I meal plan, I think maybe 4 out of 7 days, I have a meal plan. Like, hey, this is what I'm going to eat the next day. The other days, I'm just like, I don't feel like cooking. What's the easiest thing I can make? And I usually grab some of my easy meals. And it's hard to do that when I have to plan to make bread. Because I already make sourdough. And worst comes to worst, I can use that. But I'm not sure if I can get this. My husband likes those Texas toast bread. I'm not a big fan of them. They have like a weird aftertaste to me. But I'll add it and see if he wants it. I have a little bit of yogurt in there. I'm not sure if there's enough to do anything with. I think I'm going to try to make my own yogurt. Because I like whole fat yogurt. And only thing I find at Walmart is fat free. And I'm not a fan of it. So I think I'm going to try to make my own. So I need to find some yogurt culture. Or a good type of yogurt that has more than one culture. Let's see, how much does this have? Let's see, this has 3 types of culture in it. So I might do this, but I don't need 32 ounces. Do they have a smaller one? Let's do Great Value Greek. Oops. Let's see, do they have any plain? Well, they do have whole milk Greek plain, but they have 32. Here it is, 64 cents. Why is everything out of stock at my Walmart? I'm going to make a note to buy this yogurt since they don't have it in stock online. That way when I go into the store, I'll double check to make sure they have it. Or if I order online and go pick up, I'll check the day I order it to see if they have it in stock. Just because they're out of it today, they might have a truck coming in tomorrow. So I just make a mental note. So before I purchase all my food, I'll go back through and see if it's back in stock. Alright, so I need chickpeas. And I'm going to buy 3 of those because we're going to triple the recipe because I think if I doubled, it calls for 2 cans originally. And I'm afraid if I use 4, it's going to be too much. So I'm going to use 3 cans and we'll go from there. So I have all the spices to make that. I just need the chickpeas. I'm not going to buy heavy cream because heavy cream is really expensive. And we use half and half for coffee, so I'm just going to get more half and half. If I can spell half and half. Yeah. Oh, everything's getting so expensive nowadays. I buy 2 of those because they usually last us about 2 months. And my daughter needs milk. Sorry, I got off track of planning and trying to fill up my cart. I'll get 2 of those. So, the chickpeas I have, the naan bread I make from scratch, but I need more flour. Let me put flour down here so I don't have to switch back and forth. Might be easier. I have rice. I have everything to make the tikka masala. Oh, I need to add chips and sandwich meat for the sub. And we're doing that pasta, I'm just gonna call it pasta salad. Whatever that brand was. Okay, so we're doing chips, pasta salad, and subs. That'll be a good, quick, lazy dinner. And I need to get the sub stuff like lettuce and tomato. And the meat. I already added the garlic bread if I decided to get that. I got liver and onions. Either have that over rice, potatoes. I need more potatoes, so I'm going to add that to this list. I like to write down the things I need, and then I put them on to the Walmart app, and it gives me more of an accurate price. Because I feel like if I just write out a long list, by the time I get to the end of it, I'm like $400 in the hole. Versus if I see it on the app, I'm like, crap, I don't want to spend this much. So then I can like, well, do we really need this? Do we really need that? And then I can take things off and fix my price better. Versus just walking in the store and throwing things in the basket. Alright, so I think we have everything for that. Already got my subs. I think for breakfast this week, I went to bulk cook some sausage and egg burritos. So I'm going to add that. Sauces. It's been a while since I've added this. If I can spell sausage. There we go. It's been a few months since I've added that. Actually, I want to add this all week long. And change its color so I know it's breakfast related. After we do this meal plan, I want to go through and talk about some of the videos I have planned for this month. One of them is a very big bulk cooking for breakfast. I want to do breakfast sausages, biscuits, and then my toddler, I want to do a bulk cooking for her, like muffins, pancakes, maybe some like baked oatmeal, just some things so I can get caught up in the kitchen and I don't have to worry about breakfast every day or dinners every day. But I'll go through that later after I meal plan for this week. One task at a time. Alright, so we have the breakfast burritos. I got a pasta maker for Christmas I have yet to use, so I want to make some kind of pasta. And my husband wants beef stroganoff because we didn't have that last week. So let me go ahead and add the beef stroganoff. Oops. Okay, there's beef stroganoff. And we'll have the egg noodles with that, toast with that. I really need to start working on baking like smaller desserts with some of my meals, like cobblers or like something simple. All right. Oh, I need more lard. Let me add that to my list while I'm thinking about it. Oh, that reminds me, I would like also to do some type of Mexican this week. So let's do fajitas. It's been about a month since I've done good fajitas. So that would be in fajitas. I need to make tortillas, which I also need to make tortillas for the breakfast burritos. So I need to do a bulk tortilla cooking. And I want to try to make, I'm not sure what it's called in Spanish term, but it's that corn that you grill and then you put like mayonnaise and cheese on it. I want to try that. That looks so good in pictures. So I'm not sure what it's called, so I'm just going to call it Mexican corn. Don't judge me. I'll know what it is. Because my husband doesn't like rice. Just Spanish rice in general. He likes rice with gravy. That's about the extent of his rice. And I want to do like tortillas or chips or something, so I'll put chips down here. I do have salsa in the freezer. I'm not sure if I want to break that out and use it for chips. I wanted to use that for like enchiladas and stuff. Or something that's like baked that I can just pour it on top and not have to worry about really leftovers. Alright, so 4 meals done. I feel like I'm forgetting so much stuff. Pizza night. One of the ideas I have for this month on the videos is doing a bulk pizza freezer video. My husband always gets home late from work and he always wants something light to eat. And he doesn't want to put a lot of effort. He just wants to come home and have something quick and easy. And I thought about doing like mini pizzas. Kind of like what you buy in like for $1.50 at Walmart. Something simple that he can just like put in the oven, cook for a few minutes, and pull it out. And since we usually eat pizza once a week, I figured it wouldn't be that much trouble just to like quadruple my pizza crust, my sauce recipe, and knock out some frozen pizzas for him that I can put in the new deep freezers. Okay, let's say pizza. I do need more pizza pans because I only have the one. And right now the dough recipe I have uses, I can almost make 3 pizzas with it. I usually make a semi-thick pizza and some breadsticks with it. But I feel like if I made 2 full pizzas, our budget would go longer and I can put the other one in the freezer and have a full-size pizza to eat on a day that I don't feel like cooking. So pizza stuff, add that to the list. I'm trying to become more time efficient in the kitchen because I love cooking, but sometimes I feel like the next day, if I do a big cook day, then the next day I feel tired, I don't feel like cooking, but I need to cook because my family needs food. So I think if I get in the habit of using like freezer foods better or doubling my meals when I cook and putting them in the freezer, then everything would be smoother. I don't know, I just gotta work out some kinks in my kitchen. Alright, so we have beef stroganoff, we have Indian food, Mexican food, subs, liver and onions, pizza, and I think, I want to do pasta, well, besides the egg noodles. Maybe a good pesto sauce? And that way I can use my make fettuccine and use my pasta maker that I have for Christmas I have yet to use. So let's do fettuccine pesto. That sounds really good. And I can get a good Caesar salad with it. Mostly because the Caesar salad is the only salad my husband will eat. I can't spell Caesar to save my life. Close enough. We'll get a nice Caesar salad. I gotta get salad stuff. I already have dressing here and croutons, so I just need to get like romaine lettuce and some cheese. So we'll do Caesar salad, pasta, and maybe some more bread, or if I buy that box, and we'll use the rest of the breadsticks. Do garlic bread. Ugh, I do that every freaking time. Okay, so we have, I gotta get eggs if I'm gonna make pasta and stuff, and I need eggs. I already added milk. I got half and half up there. So we got salad stuff, fettuccine, pesto. What is that? 5 days. I'm trying to think what else I have in my freezer that I need to use up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a week's worth. So I guess that'll be good for now. My family won't go through this in a week. Like, I'll make beef stroganoff and that'll last us 2 to 3 days. The tikka masala will last us 2 to 3 days because my daughter won't really eat it. So she'll eat maybe a small portion of it, and then she'll eat, or maybe a hot dog with it or something I know she will eat, so it doesn't force her to either go hungry, or if she might be autistic, because she's getting tested for that, Then it introduces her to the food, but it doesn't stress her out. So it's mostly just my husband and me eating these meals. Deep down, I don't think she's autistic, but she has a lot of quirks, and her therapist thinks that it should be a good idea to get tested since she's borderline. Like, she does the waving of the arms, she's very dramatic, she gets upset easily, so she does have some of the characteristics. When I was in college, in pre-college and all that, I worked with autistic kids, so I could see some of that behavior in her, and maybe I'm trying to be optimistic and say that she isn't, which I am. I don't want her to be autistic. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for the family, for the child. It can be managed. It's just a hurdle to overcome in the future. And she's not to the stage of autism where she would need full-time care and stuff like that. It'd just be it would just be a bad hurdle to get over. But honestly, deep down in my guts, I don't think she is. I think has problems controlling her emotion. Like, she goes from 0 to 10, and that's something she's just gonna have to work through and learn to adjust. And maybe my parenting skills need to change and help her adjust it better. I've been kind of letting her get away with more than I should because she's been a baby, so I was like, well, maybe she'll outgrow it. Let me give it some time. I don't want to stress her out by trying to correct her, and she just ends up outgrowing it. So I think I need to tweak my parenting style to see if that helps some of her behavior issues, and maybe with her going into speech, when she learns how to communicate better, she won't get as mad as easily, since I think the problem is she can't tell us what's wrong. She can't tell us what she wants, so she gets mad. She doesn't understand why we don't understand her. So I'm hoping once we get past all that, her anger will kind of come down some. But trying to get her into all these classes and stuff has been a struggle. They have to go through multiple steps to get into all this, and it's stressful. Oh, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. This food will last us more than a week. I think you were with me last time I went grocery shopping. It's been a month. So I can usually stretch a week's worth of groceries for almost a month. And that's with me cooking other things. Like, some days we'll have hot dogs, and I have hot dogs in the freezer, so I'll make hot dog buns. And so a lot of these things that I'm cooking might not be on this list. It's just things we have in the house. Like, I had those 2 cans from pressure canning the chicken that I didn't use or didn't seal. So I made almost like a chicken casserole. I call it chicken pot pie, but with egg noodles. So I'll do things like that we need to use up that's in the freezer that I come across, and I get an inspiration, then I'll use that instead. So this is probably about 2.5 weeks of groceries for this 1 week. I need water. I've been talking too much. It's just turned up. I usually like to drink tea when I'm sitting here meal planning, but I've had enough caffeine for one day. I don't need to add a little bit extra to it. Alright, so let's start our grocery list. I think we're finished. I have everything to do beef stroganoff. I need to find sour cream, because I have half and half. I need to add butter. Butter is getting so expensive. Let's see. Everything's getting so expensive. I have a tendency to make my list and then go back and look at 2020 prices, and I need to stop because it makes me want to cry. I did that the other day. I was looking at potatoes, and I used to buy a 10-pound of potatoes for like $4, and now it's almost $8. I'm like, this is crazy. We're poor enough. You're making it worse. Alright, so let's see. I need to do Mexican stuff. I have enough corn back there in my storage. I don't think I need corn. I have a pepper in the freezer. I have more than enough peppers. I need to stop. I have more than enough peppers in my freezer. I already added onions to the list. I think I added onions to the list, but I'll double check. Flour. Okay. Chips. I already got chips. I need 2 types of chips. Sub stuff. Okay. Pizza stuff. Salad stuff. Alright. Let's go back to Walmart and we'll just play around and see what we have in here. I added my milk. Let's add flour. I'm still mad at Walmart. Every time I talk about flour, I would say I'm still mad at Walmart because they took away my 400-ounce bag. It's constantly out of stock. Let's see if it's anywhere else. No, my shop's similar. Let's see if anybody else near me is carrying it. Yeah, Mount Olive has it. Maybe somebody's just buying all the flour. I don't know. Whoever it is needs to stop. This makes me sad. Alright. I'm going to have 3 bags. I'm going to need 30 pounds of flour because we go through 6 cups of flour with just my daily bread. Not to mention the tortillas and if I decide to make a cake. So let's see. Is that the only thing we need? Pizza. We use a lot of flour in this house. Okay, so flour. I need 2 types of chips. I kind of want to do Doritos. Are they sweet chili? I don't know what they're called. Yeah, spicy sweet chili. I kind of want to do something like that. I think my daughter would enjoy those with the sandwiches. And let's see what they have under Mexican chips. I don't think I want to do something like Takis. I'm not a big fan of corn chips. Even though I never had Takis. I read a study online that I guess kids were addicted to them. They kept on eating it. And it was like burning holes in their stomachs from the ulcers because they're eating it non-stop. Because they're so spicy. South of the border. Taco Bell makes chips. Can we look in store? I'm getting weird things now. Okay, Takis. Plantain chips are really good. I don't think my husband's gonna eat them, but I don't know what chips I want. I kind of want to do like chips and dip without the hassle of chips and dip. I don't know. Tortillas make a salsa verde or verde chip. Oh, I hate grocery shopping because, like I said, it's with prices, like $5 for a jar of salsa. And maybe that's why I keep putting off grocery shopping, because it's depressing. Doritos makes a tapito. I took Spanish for years and I still am terrible at it. This might be interesting to have. It's a small bag, but we'll try it. We'll live adventurously. Alright, so chips, I'm gonna check that off. Sub stuff. My favorite sub is Italian sub. The problem is, I don't know what goes into an Italian sub. Alright, so I know I need lettuce and tomatoes. Lettuce. And tomatoes. And onions. Onion. I want a red onion. And I'm not sure if I want to make my own rolls. Let's see what they have for sub rolls. or if we're just going to use my rolls. I think my husband would enjoy sub rolls more. I'll let him put the cart and go from there. And I'm not sure what goes on in Italian sub. I know use ham, pepperoni, and other deli meat. Let's see what ham they have. I usually just buy the cheapest ham I can get for the most quantity, which is Land of Frost. Let's do honey ham. That's my favorite. And I need pepperoni for the pizza, so I need to go ahead and get that and put it on the sandwiches. And I have salami in the freezer, so I need to pull that out and we'll use salami. And is it bruschetta? I can't spell bruschetta. Bruschetta. Maybe I'll get some of this one on it. No, they have this 3-pack, but I don't think that's worth $10. So I think we're gonna be fine with the salami. We'll have pepperoni and then ham on the sandwich. I feel like I'm missing something and I'm not sure what. Alright, and I need mozzarella for the pizzas. And I need to get cheese for the subs. I'm bouncing all over the place here. Okay, so pizza's done. Oh, I need to get some like provolone cheese for the sub. Alright, so I think I have lettuce, tomatoes, onions, we have mayonnaise, we have like banana peppers. I need to get some more mustard. Throughout. I want to try to make my own mustard. That sounds fun. I need to find like a good amount of mustard seeds. Yeah, Walmart brand's fine. Alright. So I think we're good. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put oil and stuff on my sub. I have everything here to make it if we choose to do that. Oh, I need potatoes. I'm just going through my grocery list that I wrote down while we were meal planning. That way I don't have to switch back and forth between apps because I have a notebook. Okay, so there's potatoes. I need lard since we went through all of it with the cookies. £4 of lard. I need to go down to our Family Mart, or it's like a family-owned grocery store here. I think they sell like 20-gallon pails. So I need to go check out their prices. Okay, so lard's good, so we can make the tortillas. And the biscuits. My husband would only eat lard biscuits. Oh, I need salad stuff. So, romaine lettuce. So we can have Caesar salad. Alright. I need eggs. Our chickens are finally starting to lay. I got one egg off of them my husband found in the bushes. Why are those eggs coming up? There we go. Okay, so we have eggs. He showed me a video on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's accurate. That Texas Tractor Supply was having issues with their layer feed. That a lot of people who were using it were claiming that their chickens weren't laying at all. And as soon as they switched to a different brand, the chickens started laying again. So I think tomorrow my husband's off. So I think he's going to shoot by our local feed store, and we're going to end up paying more money for the feed. But it'd be worth it if we're not buying $18. Is it $18.43 on eggs? Because we go through a lot of eggs in this house. So if your chickens aren't laying and you use Tractor Supply, it might be a rumor going around, or it might be true and they might have messed the formula up. Because if they don't put enough protein in it, the chickens aren't going to lay. And they might have messed with those numbers to keep their costs low, and so the chickens aren't responding well to it. Or it could have just been a bad batch that everybody's getting. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's true or not. But we're going to experiment, and we're going to buy them different feed and go from there. I need sour cream for the fajitas. Let's go big. I know traditionally the Mexican corn, you use corn on the cobs and you grill it. I can't really get corn on the cob here in this season unless they're like the minis. Let's double check so that way I'm not a liar. Yeah, so that's out of stock, and all they have is the mini frozen corns. So I think I'm just gonna tweak it and have to use like canned corn because I'm not gonna buy frozen bag corn. It'll taste better, but we have so much canned corn that I need to go through that we're just gonna have to make do with the canned corn. I need to do better this year about buying in bulk when crops come around because I can't grow corn here in my rental. You'd have to, I think, I'm not sure the measurements, but it would take like half an acre to grow a decent amount of corn for a family to survive like 6 months. I don't have the land for that here. So I really need to go to like a farmer's market and say, hey, I need so many bushels of fresh corn. How much would it be? And I need to do that with tomatoes because my garden's not growing enough tomatoes to produce a year's worth of tomatoes. So I need to make a list of maybe how much we buy of food a year. And that's also a good thing about using the Walmart app. I can go back and look at all the food I bought and write down quantities of tomatoes and squash. And so I can go to the farmer's market and say, hey, I need this for a year to supplement my family. What kind of discount can you give me if I buy so many bushels? So that is on my to-do list this year. A butter. Alright. I usually buy like 3 of these. Onions. I think I added onions to the list already. Yeah, I already added onions. I think with the liver and onions, I'm going to do squash. Because that's my husband's favorite vegetable, and if we don't like that, at least we'll have squash and bread and rice. A cilantro for the Mexican. There's so many things I want to cook. Like, I want to make my own sour cream and like fancier stuff. But I have to look at, does it cost more to make it from scratch? Yes, it's better for us and I can do it. But our budget's so tight right now that I have to kind of cave in and say, hey, store-bought's $3 cheaper. In the long run, that's better for us. Maybe in the future, when my husband finishes school and stuff, then I can kind of splurge and make more things from scratch. Like sour cream. Sour cream is more expensive to make from scratch because buttermilk and heavy cream are more expensive. And we're starting to get to the point where, like, I think it's just starting to be cheaper to make butter versus buying butter. Let's see. I think I've done the math on this recently. But it's so hard to find heavy cream in this area. Same with milk. Yeah, let's see. Let's do some math. So $9.48. Let's see, it's 14.8 an ounce. Well, I'll do the math later. But because I had to break down the ounces, how much butter you get from like a quart, and that's a lot of work. But I'm pretty sure I've done the math before, and it is now cheaper to buy heavy cream to make your own butter using the 64 fluid ounce. I'm spending so much on this grocery bill because I have to get dog food and diapers and wipes that I won't be able to experiment on that to see for sure how much butter I can get out of 64 fluid ounce. It's on my to-do buy list. Cheese. What do I have cheese down here? Oh, I did get mozzarella, right? For the pizza. And I have a few amount of cheddar cheese in there that I would need to use up. I need a lime. I just want a single line. I want to grow so much food and be more independent from the stores while managing my space. I have to figure out a good way of doing that. Like last year we did okay in the garden, but I neglected it more than I should. Let me get some water. Like my herbs, I didn't go out there constantly and keep it trim and dehydrate that. So I could have maybe tripled my herb processing. And I'm not sure like what happened. I'm not sure if I have a tendency I do good for like a month and then I'll get in a funk and have to snap myself out of it and say, hey, I need to do these things. Like, I'll do dishes and cook and clean, but I won't do anything extra. So I need to figure that out this summer. And I need to plan my garden better this summer. There's so many things I want to do that I need to get on the ball and figure out. Like, I want to make my own pesto sauce versus trying to buy it. And I need to grow more herbs. And I just can't put herbs out in the yard. One, I have to make it look nice for the owner of the property. And two, my husband's dog eats everything in sight. So I can't just throw it out there and say, hey, this is a decorative bush. And they wouldn't know any better, but the dog would probably eat it. Let's see, pesto. I think I'll just do this. Just do the basic 8 ounce. I have to start the name already, right? I just didn't check it off. I don't know, there's just so many things I want to get done this before summer hits, or before gardening hits. Like, I still have to do my herb garden out there. I just need to go buy dirt. I need to set aside money for dirt. We ended up buying a lot of furniture from family member when they passed away. And that was prioritizing over buying dirt for the herb garden. Okay. I think that's everything we need. And we're at $158 right now. I wanted to look at pork. Let's see, sausage. Because I want to do breakfast burritos. $2.32 a pound. Look at pork butts. Or pork in general. I usually grind my own pork to make my sausage. Ooh, they have a sale of $1.88. So how much is that a different? $1.88. I mean, it has a bone in it, so it's not 100% accurate, but versus, so I could save almost 50 cents if I grind it up myself. And I could do more because that's only a pound versus, what is this, 5.5 pounds? Yeah, I think I'll add 2 of these to my cart since they're on sale, and we'll do a major big sausage grinding or pork grinding, sausage making video. Since I usually try to do that 2 to 3 times a year. I'll buy 2 or 3 pork butts, grind them in the kitchen. I'll season them. I'll vacuum seal them and put them out there. I usually leave them just grinded and not seasoned. I've seasoned them last time and they turned out really good. I think this time I'm going to season them and make patties, and we'll make a whole video of it. It'll be fun. Alright, so I have the eggs. Sausage and egg. I kind of need more cheddar cheese, but I really don't want to spend $30 on cheese. I think I'm going to have to call this quits because we're up to $200. Like, the cheese alone is just $30. And, of course, the pork butts were maybe $30. How much were the pork butts? I need to get rid of the salami because I already have salami out there. Let's see. Pork butts. So, yeah, I'll spend $30 on pork butts, but we'll save. If we would have bought... Oh, that's 5 to 8 pounds. So if I would have bought 14 pounds of pork sausage, it would have been twice of that. So we'll save money in the long run. You just have to put the money forward. I think that's everything. So I usually try to keep our grocery bill around $150 to $200. And let's see, I probably won't get the cheddar cheese because, I don't know, I just don't like spending more than $200 on groceries. I think that's crazy. Not crazy that, I'm crazy that we're in a society, we're put in a position where we're spending twice as much on money than we did 3 years ago. It makes me sick when I do groceries now. I'll probably end up making my own bread. That'll save us $3. Let's see what else we have here. I really need to get to making our own cheese. I need to do the math on that to see if it's cheaper to make cheese versus to buy cheese. I never really did it before because it was cheaper just to buy the cheese. By the time I bought the milk and had to buy special milk that wasn't ultra pasteurized, or what's the other pasteurization? I can't think of it. And then I bought the ingredients to the citric acid and stuff like that to do it and the rennet. And then I put in the hours and the work to do it. It wasn't worth the cost. It was cheaper to buy the cheese pre-made. Now we're at a point where it's not cheaper to buy cheese pre-made. At least not mozzarella. And I want to grow the romaine lettuce. I think I can grow romaine lettuce out there in my my greenhouse in my spare room. Because it's one of those things that you grow and cut, grow and cut. Potatoes will last us about a month. And I don't think we need a twin pack. I think I'll just buy single packs. Because that's a lot of pasta. That's a BLT. Do they have it in a single box? Let's see what the difference is. 32.5 ounce versus 24. That's almost 10 cents more an ounce. I think I'll stick with the twin pack. And this is just a way that I go through everything. Double check. Think if we need all this. Is there a way I can cut money? You just take my time and try not to rush through grocery shopping, because that's when you start spending more money than you should. And I need to add dog food. Go ahead and add that one, thinking about it. Dog food is really hard to buy here as well. I usually bought the 50-pound bag. They don't really make that anymore. And like the 44-pound bag is $27.78. Well, the 46-pound bag is $27.78. Like, it just makes no sense. But it's usually always sold out. So I have to go with the 44-pound bag. And that's kind of hit and miss. I usually do Purina. Purina is either chicken or beef, and I have to see which one's actually in stock. I used to feed our dogs raw fed, and that got so expensive for us when the baby was born in 2020. And then I switched to like a high quality, high protein feed, and that got so expensive. It's just everything's so expensive. I know, I'm saying that a lot for this video. Okay, so now we're up to $210, which I guess is not bad for a family of 3. To have a full meals, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll have egg. I'll make breakfast sausages. We'll have toast. I'll do like pancakes, muffins. I can probably, let's see if I remove the garlic bread, and I'll remove this bread. Let's see if I can get it under $200. If I'm using lard more versus butter, then I can probably get rid of a thing of butter. So now we're under $200. Because the only thing we really use butter for is maybe some baking and toast. And if I do my daughter's eggs in the morning, I cook them in butter. So there's a way to cut cost. So I think that'll do it. So $200 for a family of 3. This is probably about 2 weeks worth of groceries. So we're looking at $100 per week, which is pretty good compared to most people spend so much more. My sister's a family of 6, and I'm afraid to see her grocery bill because she has 4 growing boys. So she's probably feeding them and all their friends. So I'm very thankful that we can still get away with spending about $100 a week if we do without a lot of things and we meal plan and we stretch our budget. I hope this helped you with your meal planning if you're struggling and need some ideas. It always feels like I'm eating the same things every week. Because we get in that routine of, we get in a habit of, this tastes good, I'll add this tastes good, I'll add this, and then we don't add anything else, we just keep eating the same thing. So I hope this gives you ideas of what you can eat and add to your meal plan. Like beef stroganoff, you might not eat beef stroganoff. Maybe this gave you an idea to add it. I don't know. I hope it does. And I hope this helps you maybe do a better budget and balancing and not spend as much in the grocery store, because every little penny helps. Well, It's after 9 o'clock. I'm going to call this quit. I'm going to sleep on this tonight. Maybe think of some ideas that I can add to this list. Maybe some things where I'm missing or I'm low on the house that I've forgotten. And thank you so much for joining me for this video of meal planning. I hope it was relaxing to you and educational. And I hope it motivates you to get ahead and help meal planning. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Bye.